Forget about Ben Shapiro or the contretemps with Dr. Alan Harrelson and the Groypers. The big news is this: working behind the scenes, using my Henry Kissinger like diplomatic skills, I'm pretty certain that we will soon have Tucker Carlson interviewing 13 Pipes. I know. So I'm going to try and do a Tucker Carlson here. So I don't understand. What's this all about? What is this planet that you think you're on, that you're not really on?
Tucker, you are just like the rest of them. I wish I could defecate on a piece of gyro and serve it to you and watch you delight as you ask for seconds.
But I don't understand because that's not right.
What do you know of what is right? You only know what they will let you know. I know. I know from the Greek Slavonic.
Everyone knows that uh, Tucker kind of has that Barbie thing going on. I've been this whole thing has gotten me to watch Mr. Carlson on a more regular basis. I watched him savage Ben Shapiro the other night. That was delightful. Pull up the Schadenfreude Lazy Boy recliner and get me the popcorn. Actually, I can't drink. I don't eat popcorn anymore because I'm too paranoid about cracking another tooth. But if I could, I'd be eating the popcorn. Just brutal, brutal, delicious, brutal. So housekeeping, it's Peretti 3434. Jesus. 7485. And this is, I guess you would consider this a chimney. It's the Estella line from Savinelli. I don't know why I'm looking at it like, well, I guess I'm seeing if my fat fingers are covering it up. Very good smoker. And I got it off eBay. Good price. Now, I do that thing that I'm sure lots of you do, which is you throw in a low ball, and once every 200 times it gets hit. And this is one of them. I don't know why, because I think it's a looker. Maybe because it's a little too craggy. Some people don't like that degree of rustication. It looks like my ass. Sorry. So I was just looking at myself. I'm going out with the ball and chain tonight to the symphony. They're putting on a new opera by Ricky Skaggs. Um, and I was looking at my ensemble here. This is, in case it doesn't come out, this is Hunter Green. I have Hunter, well, I can get up. I have Hunter Green. I mean, there's some pants there. Wide well cords with this solid color jaunty tie. Well, I have a blazer with it as well. And, oh, sorry. I have a pillow under me. And I was looking in the mirror and I thought, if this was a different season of the year, this might be an outfit that Eddie Temple would wear. Now, for those of you who don't know Eddie Temple, he's a character in a great film by the name of Layer Cake. The lead in it is the fellow who did the James Bond films. I don't know if he's still doing them. He's the blonde guy. And He's good in it, but the one who steals it, and his name just went out. He also did The Singing Detective. He's mostly known as a character actor. It's embarrassing, but he is fantastic in it. And Eddie Temple, he only has a few scenes, but he has this great sartorial knack. He'll take a solid red tie in one scene, for example, and he'll pair it with a muted pink pattern shirt, Oxford, or dress, I think, and then put it underneath a very conventional soot, as my grandfather Vasil would call it, but with slightly louche, if I may describe it as such, chalk stripes, a little bit wider than usual than you would see down in the city, and a little bit fuzzy to them. They're not sharp, a little bit watery, and I love that style. And I was looking at myself, as if you can see, as a little pattern here, and I was saying this would be an Eddie Temple ensemble, and then it popped in my head that I had not mentioned because I just noticed it the other day that on YouTube, um, right now, what is that fellow's name? It's Robert. Oh, damn it. That's embarrassing. He's great. The Layer Cake, Eddie Temple. I know the character's name, but I don't know the actor. Typical. Um, but on YouTube, free with ads, is one of the great films, not of all time, but one of the great films of its genre. Films Canada, Montreal, smoked meat. I could go on, but I digress. Crime Noir. I didn't stumble over that one, and it's called The Friends of Eddie Coyle. It's stars Richard Robert Mitchum. In a he plays the role in a way you wouldn't associate with Robert Mitchum. But if you listen to nothing else I ever tell you to do, check it out. It's a great film. Um, and if you're in a different country, you can use your VPN. Just pretend you're in the United States, and it will pop up on your YouTube feed. And if you don't use a VPN, you really should. Even a computer Luddite such as myself uses a VPN. I use a VPN mostly so that I can pretend that I'm in Montreal and listen to the local broadcast of TSN 690, because then you get the Delmar post game show, which is always fun. So, communist pillows and carving knives. Yeah, I have been carving quite a bit over the past couple of months with my new knife collection. I bought a couple extra knives specifically for carving. And what I make are tampers. So here's a recent one. Let me put it on that there. So there's your. I like smoothness. So I take out any burrs. And then your. And I do small ones, pocket size. Now, bear in mind, I got a big hand, but difference. Where's else the new one? Oh, I sometimes do big ones, or thick ones, I should say. And yes, this does just barely fit, but this would be good for a Boswell pipe. Boswell pipes have been getting bigger and bigger. I follow them on Instagram, and I'm on Instagram too, by the way, at Fritz with a small hef underscore Avert. But it's hard with a Swiss Army knife to get that to be as thin as that and uniform, because I really do make it pretty smooth. So I have come to some distinct conclusions regarding carving knives, whittling knives, and they're all over the place. So at number one, if I just had to pick a desert isle whittling knife, it would be this one. This is the Case Seahorse. It's very pretty as well. And why do I like it? It has the best big blade. This one, as you can see, it's a little bit of an angle, so it's easier to work close in. And it's flexible, so you can kind of hold it and do chippy work like that, and you won't cut yourself. This penknife is very, very good for detail work. And this doctor blade is excellent for planing. So getting that thinness I showed you. But it's not the best. The best for doing that, now this is also a case. This is a cattleman's knife. The best for planing work is this. The sheep's, I believe it's called a sheep's foot knife or sheep's foot blade. But you can see, even within case, the big blades are different. This one being the better one. But also I've mentioned this blade here on the end. I don't know what it's on there for, but for carving, I've tried it a couple times. It's useless. You tear the wood and you get burrs and you have to even it out. I think it's because it's beveled. It probably has a specific purpose for cattlemen. As you can see, I barely used it as opposed to the other blade. But what neither of those has is your good old-fashioned Swiss Army knife saw. This smaller blade, the medium blade, this is the big fat one that has everything in a car battery on it. This is a very, very good blade for small but not necessarily detail work. And of course, you can't beat, especially if you're putting a hole through the middle, if it's a big piece. I call this an owl or an awl. So if I had to, I would create a combination of all three. That would be the ideal knife. So that's knives. I talked about films. I talked about Eddie Temple. It's Robert something, I swear. Well, a little dawdle there. So some of you have seen this pillow in the background. Good old Vlad. There he is as well. Vlad, I'm picking your nose. All right. So they're getting ready for the big sales at Walmart and Amazon. And I was going through some things, prepping my list, and all of a sudden I stumble across this company that sells throw pillows, and I love throw pillows. Go figure. With communist icons. So I couldn't resist at a site sale. So first I got the granddaddy of them all, Mr. Marks. And then to go with my humidor over here from a very upscale French company, go figure, the iconic photo of Senor Che. And I have a Mao throw pillow on order as well. It just wasn't available right now. So I will have, now it depends. I know the fellow who led the Shining Path in Peru considered himself the fourth sword of Marxism. And there have been other claims at different times. I think Castro even made the claim once for himself, but I think I will be able to array on my sick bed, the day bed over there, all the four swords, the real four swords of Marxism as throw pillows. And what chickie baby wouldn't go for that? And speaking of chickie babies, here's a good one for you. I was putting away some meds and I came across this, if I can just pick it up. Oh, get ready. Look at that stud. Look at that. And and incidentally, I nailed them both. Not at the same time. Don't be gross. I don't know what the fuck was going on with my hair, but love the shirt. I'd still wear that shirt too. But I mean, really. Well, let me take the glasses off. Well, away from the glare. Mm. Is there really that much difference? I know some of you are now saying, exactly what age, at what year in your high school did you start shooting lamb hormones in your ass every morning? This is actually junior high. What can I tell you? But there you go. That's a prize winner. The brunette was much better than the blonde, by the way. Blondes are so overrated. But I digress. So that's it. Not short, not long. Um, oh yes, for Stonehenge Minstrel, he was waxing eloquent correctly about. I think it's Pink Floyd's best album. Now, I'm much more of a jazz guy. I'm much more likely to have the ongoing debate in my head is always Billie Holiday or Ella Fitzgerald. And depending upon what day of the week you talk to me, it can go either way. Um, but I do have some somewhat modernist tendencies in me, and I am a big fan of Pink Floyd and their work. Megan McKay, my eighth grade girlfriend, was really into them. She got me into um, Pink Floyd. She had the iconic wall poster, and the T-shirts, and she used to wear fry boots and wear red bandanas in her back pocket. She was hip um, back in the day. But I followed them, and I think their best studio album is the Final Cut. I think there's just overall the quality of the album is better. And Stonehenge was waxing eloquent about "Not Now, John," and I think that's the closer. That's a great song. We got to get on with this, not now, John. Um, but it just came on my 8 days worth of music that I've got in Windows Media. I know I'm old school. I'm a troglodyte, not a luddite, but I'm a troglodyte. Still use Windows Media, but I'm I got too much in there already, so I'm trapped. I'm a hostage, and there popped up to play the Fletcher Memorial Home, and I had remembered a lyric um, from it a few days ago. I think it's from there, and made him give it back. Yeah, that's um, no, maybe it's the Gunner's Dream, but I digress. That is my favorite song, Stonehenge. Mr. Minstrel. Mr. Minstrel to you, buddy. Um, Talking to myself, that is. Um, Fletcher Memorial Home. Fletcher being his father. And it's great imagery. This old man's home for old person's home, I should say, for the tyrants and tyrants, despots, and kings, as the lyric goes. Um, and there's some great phraseology in it. I can't remember that guy's name, but and now a newcomer, an anonymous group of anonymous South American meatpacking glitterati. That's fantastic. So that's it, I think. Oh, and Eddie Temple popped in my head too because in one of the scenes he plucks blonde Bond out from. He's just about to get some, and puts him in the back of the rolls. And I think he goes to the section of London that's called Mews houses, the old carriage houses, that stableries that go for £2 million now. No shit. And says something about I believe he drops him off. He says, "Believe this is your part of town. I believe this is your stop. Smart part of town. Must be off. Opera tonight. Faust. Everything ends in tears." So I'm going to the symphony. I think it's Brahms, but I could be wrong. And I'm looking around. No, that's it. Not too much cursing today. Must be. I should check my temperature. You're welcome. Hit the fucking button.